unofficially sponsored by what was it? It was something dumb, but they did the same thing like every time.
They did every show with like a fake ad.
Remember Matt Pat did like the Diet Pepsi.
Well, they used to do that on the It's Always Sunny podcast, but they just do like fake ones. They didn't like fake products and stuff, or just like ridiculous stuff that they would make up on the spot.
Yeah, I've definitely seen like fake product placements.
I like to do that to play
back in the day. Did the like unofficially sponsored by like Diet Pepsi, or Diet Dr. Pepper, or one of those. Because that's what fueled him.
See, yeah, I'm wondering if that's just like if it's a bit of a gray area, you know, can we get away with it? I feel like if we showed their logo in any way, shape, or form, then not.
But we'd probably keep it broad too, like, you know, brought to you by Popsicles. Chill out with a popsicle.
Suck on a popsicle.
Yeah. And then who's gonna, like, nobody owns the word popsicle.
You can't own.
I don't even know what brand those cheapo popsicles I had were.
Right, there's like a handful of them too. So
yeah, there's a bunch of different companies that make them. Yeah, could be anybody.
It could be. But yeah, well, we're here. We're live.
We're live.
Yeah, we are doing a podcast. It's been how long? A month?
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna start doing them Saturdays for your pleasure.
Probably Saturday mornings, maybe
probably
not this
Saturday
late in the evening.
I mean, we could also do it like how Player One Podcast does it, where they're like, we usually just do it on Saturday at some time. We'll send you a message and let you guys know.
That's fair. That's probably for the best.
No, I think we could do it Saturday
tied
mornings,
down. You can't put a leash on a tiger.
We could though, right?
We definitely can. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I want to.
Yeah, those lovely voices are my esteemed co-hosts, Coffee and Corn Dogs.
Ooh, esteemed.
Yeah, and Two Little 505.
Don't give him any ideas. It'll go to his head.
Hey, don't talk to me like that. I'm esteemed.
See what I mean?
Like buns. Steamed buns.
Steamed clams.
Is everyone sitting in their saunas? Nice.
Yeah, sauna. I mean, I turned my game on, so
yeah,
heater again. Yeah,
that game's been running for a while.
Heater in my room.
Yep.
Got the hot rocks going. We'll just pour some water on it. So there goes my computer.
Yeah, how are you guys doing? How's it been these last few weeks, days, months, years?
It's been a couple weeks, yeah.
It's been pretty all right, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
no
it's been a time.
Certainly is one of the times of all time.
All the times, yep.
How are you doing?
Overworked, honestly. And
I hear that.
Yeah, some things might be in the pipeline for changes and whatnot for me, but we'll see. Won't give too much away yet. So, but yeah. Overall pretty good though. I mean, pulled some weeds today.
Okay.
Yard work in the heat is garbage. And like I first step out the door because it's the weeds in the front yard, right? Like I'm just trying to keep the HOA appeased. But so I step out the front door and it's like, okay, the sun's like shining where I need to work. I'm like, screw that. I'm gonna go in, wait a few hours, work on some other things around the house. That way the sun can get to the other side of the house enough to, like, you know, get a little bit of shade and whatnot, so I can start working out there. And God, I was still dripping with so much sweat. Like, I know I'm out of shape, but Jesus, was it so hot. So yeah, weed pulling in the heat is garbage. I do not suggest it.
Doing just about anything in the heat sucks.
That's true. That's very true.
It sounds very fun.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just have to suffer. C3PO taught me that, actually, you know?
Good life lessons from C3PO.
Indeed. But yeah. So other than that, I'm still a little sweaty because I meant to take a shower, but I just had to like cool down and like sit like in the path of the air conditioner because I was just too hot.
That's fair.
Yeah because I mean, oh sorry, that just reminded me, the kid who's in Elf, did you guys hear about him? I don't remember his name. I mean, I barely remember the show.
In Elf?
Yeah, like Elf. The ALF.
Oh, I don't remember the kid from that. I also barely remember the show.
Yeah.
I remember Alf.
I remember he ate cats. Why? What happened with the kid? Something terrible?
Well, apparently they found him dead in his car, along with his dog as well.
Oh, shit. Wait, was the dog also dead?
Yeah, so I guess what happened is he was like driving somewhere to go do something, and he must have got too hot, and so like he pulled over, and I guess he didn't like go in the shade or something or anything. He just pulled over and tried to like take a quick little nap or something, and they died of heat stroke. So
damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know. So yeah, if you're out in the heat, like be careful. Make sure you're drinking liquids. And
make sure I'm drinking my liquids then.
Yeah, because I heard a statistics that's like, I think it's heat stroke kills more people than like, is it car crashes, and like it's like double the amount compared to car crashes and something else combined. I can't remember what it was, but it was like that's dumb.
It's only getting worse too.
Yeah, exactly.
Places that aren't like, was it the last couple of years? Mm-hmm. Like England has experienced like a massive.
Oh yeah, they're not outfitted for it at all.
That's like, yeah, they're not. They don't have ACs and stuff in their house, so just deal with it.
Yeah.
I would die.
Oh yeah, no.
Of course, their hot is like fairly comfortable. So
that's true, but they're still seeing pretty hot temperatures, like.
But that's fairly comfortable with like having AC and stuff, you know.
Yeah. No. Right. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Who wants to start off their weeks?
I'll go first again.
Oh, we're never gonna fucking hear the end of that. Going about how it went first.
Shut up, you esteemed guest. Tell me.
All right, well, take it away.
Yeah.
Now I don't even want to do it.
What'd you do this week?
Just kidding. Well, since the last time we actually did the podcast, I've mostly played ESO.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Although in the past week, this week that has changed. I switched it up a while back. The Epic Store gave away Midnight Suns, the like Marvel game.
Yeah, I've seen you been playing a bit of that.
So yeah, I've been going hard on that. Like possibly too hard. No such thing. What am I saying?
No such thing.
I don't understand.
Right.
That's been a lot of fun. do quite enjoy this game.
Yeah.
Pretty just fairly easy, like tactical, like strategy RPG type thing. But pretty good little story going on, where like the Avengers and the group, the Midnight Suns, team up to take out Lilith. So it's pretty cool. Bunch of characters to choose from. You gotta like build your relationship with them between like the fighting stages and whatnot.
Oh, what do you mean? Like how so?
So outside of like the combat, you're in this area called the Abbey, and you walk around and like talk to them, like talk to all the people in your party and whatnot.
Yeah, it's your like hub between missions.
Yeah.
But they gain like friendship levels, which make them like slightly better during combat and whatnot.
Oh, okay, I see.
It gives you stuff for the fights and whatever. Pretty good. Like a little socializing between events that share a little bit more of the story and whatnot. They created like a new hero for this. Like your main character is the Hunter. So he's just like a brand new.
Okay. What's the Hunter got?
The Hunter is from like he's like half demon because of Lilith. He's the child of Lilith, who's a demon. And he's like from like medieval times, but he's been brought back to life to help stop her. And she's taken like she like hypnotizes and takes people over like mentally. So she like she's taken over Venom, Sabretooth, and Bruce Banner, which you can imagine is not great.
Yeah, no, those are solid choices for taking over.
Yeah, Venom and Sabretooth are definitely the weaker of the ones,
right?
But
yeah,
really nailed it with the Hulk.
Yeah, Bruce Banner's pretty good kid. Yeah,
the power. Yeah. In fact, I don't even think there's really a way for Hulk to die.
Unless you have the Bone Saber Zumacalic.
Even then, you're gonna have to get close.
That's true, right?
Good luck.
That's still one of my favorite parts of any of the MCU stuff is Iron Man fighting the Hulk. Just go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah, like that's all you can really hope for, right?
Yeah, right.
Please pass out. Please pass out. Please pass out. I don't know. It's been a pretty fun game. Quite enjoyed it. I'm in the just entered Act 3 earlier today. I think I got pretty much everybody. The latest person I got was Scarlet Witch. Which, speaking of some power, that's what we got behind us. That's a pretty good get. Yeah, I don't know. It's way better than I thought. It's tactical. This is funny, or it's like tactics game is really fun. It tries to be funny sometimes. It has like a morality thing that you can do, like choosing light or dark options.
Oh.
Not in a way of like, not necessarily in a way of like choosing an evil path.
Yeah.
But like the anti-hero type thing almost, like Blade. Blade would be considered on the dark side.
Yeah. Does that just mostly have to
or Scarlet Witch? You know.
Yeah. Does that just mostly have to do with like the friendship status stuff, or?
No, it actually has to deal with like the cards that you use and get.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that. So it does have like.
So it has a. Yeah, like
a functioning mechanic for the fighting and whatnot.
That's cool.
Super fun. Check it out if you hadn't. I don't have the DLC, which is unfortunate. There's like 4 more characters with the DLC. Or if you had all the DLC.
Yeah.
They have Deadpool. You get Venom on your side. I think Morbius.
It's Morbin time.
It's Morb all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And Storm.
Oh, okay. I like Storm. That's cool.
Oh, Deadpool. Did you say Deadpool?
I think he's Deadpool. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the first one I said.
What's it called again? It's
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns. There you
go. It's been super fun. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Other than that, been playing ESO. Reached level 50 with my Arcanist.
Nice.
Just tearing it up. I got most of the gear. I'd need to do.
Hey, did you
need to get the monster set? So I have to go do trial dungeons.
Yeah, we need to play some of that together. I still need getting the armor that I need. It's like I it's difficult. It's taking a long time. Like I don't get the drops. Like it just must be a rare drop.
What are you trying to? We're trying to get?
It's a Winter's Respite stuff in
up in Western Skyrim.
Yeah.
What pieces do you need?
I need.
That'll tell you what you need to like fight.
Yeah, depending on what you do, it's different. You get different things.
Yeah, no, I already looked it up and everything. I just need to do the what's it called, the bosses, Overland bosses.
Oh, the world bosses?
Yeah, there you go. World bosses.
Okay. So you need some like stuff that's not belt and shoes.
Yeah, no, and I've gotten one of the things to drop. But that's it. Just fucking one. And
I mean, we can go grind world bosses easy enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we might need your help with that. I mean, I've done tons of battles too, because I mean, I'm in a place where like everybody comes to fight, so like I can get in a good amount of fights. It's just it's not dropping. I got all the ones that I needed from the rest of the world, so I literally just need this one. But it's just being a pain. But I was gonna ask that.
Being a brat.
Did you guys see that there's another one of the I don't know what they're called, but it's for when you're teleporting, a different animation.
Oh yeah, the free one.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I picked that one up. Yeah. That one's I like my other one, but I like the anchor one a lot.
This month they had a lot of cool stuff. For the first week of like signing in daily. You got all boxes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's pretty nice. And then if you didn't have the Clockwork City DLC,
I saw
that too. Free LC.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. That's what they did for their like 20th anniversary thing. But yeah, those are pretty much the only games I've been playing. But I've definitely watched a number of things lately.
Like?
Well, we just finished What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just rocked out 5 seasons of that.
Dang.
We were doing it as our smoking shows. So we were kind of like just watching that when we smoked. Really good. Yeah, I like that. I think the single camera thing is a little overdone in a lot of things, but it works for that show.
Yeah, I think it actually, it's a good parody of a parody.
It's a good single camera thing. I tend to find those rather annoying after a while. I wasn't really big into The Office.
Yeah.
But it's good. Then we started watching Our Flag Means Death.
Mm-hmm.
By the same guys. Same creators did this one. It's been pretty funny so far. Only a couple episodes in, but I rather like it.
It's pretty fun. Rez Darby's funny.
Yeah, Rez Darby's great.
Funny, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watched a few movies. I watched Beverly Hill Cop, the new one, with Axel F.
Axel AF.
Wait, what? There's a new one?
Yeah,
there's a new. It just came out.
Okay.
Which I had just watched like the three of them not too long ago, like the first three. I didn't know that this one was coming out, but here we are, in the age of bringing old stuff back. And they made another Beverly Hills Cop. I think it's on Netflix. It's pretty fun. It's very, very, very Beverly Hills Cop. Like it has a lot of the same flavor. It has all the same people are back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Everyone's back in it. Typical like cop show on that kind of front. It does have a bit of that like propaganda presence, where like this guy should not be a cop. Yeah, Axel Foley should not be allowed anywhere near having that amount of authority over anybody. But here we are.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. If you like the old Beverly Hills Cop, it's right up there. Murphy's showing his age in it. So is everybody really, because you had like Judge Reinhold in it and stuff like that. They're all old. Saw the other movie I watched is In a Violent Nature.
Well, that one was fun.
Yeah, that was a good, like pretty good horror movie. It's fairly slow.
It's really interesting.
But it's all done. You follow the killer around for pretty much the whole thing.
Okay.
There's a few other little bits you don't, but for most of it, you're just following the serial slasher killer. You know, the Jason killer. It's just a slasher movie.
Okay.
But what I thought was pretty cool is that like you can tell that the movie is happening off in the distance. Like, you know, he's terrorizing a group of campers, and every so often you can kind of slightly hear their conversations and stuff as they like discover someone's missing and all this.
Oh,
and he's just
okay.
and if you're just slowly like walking, and he's just walking. Basically, you're following behind this dude the whole time.
You watch him walk everywhere. I learned that if you're gonna be like a slasher style murderer, you just spent the majority of your time walking around and occasionally swimming.
That's good to know.
Punctuated by extremely violent murders.
Yes.
Which one of the kills in that movie was just like awesome. It was so completely over the top.
I actually liked a number of the kills. I thought a lot of the kills were really good. It was one of the best things it did in a horror sense. Other than that, it didn't really feel much like a horror movie, except for those gory ass kills. It was pretty good. So if you like horror
that's an
movies,
interesting
if you're
take
quite
on it.
into horror movies, I would say if you're not a fan of them, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. It's like getting pretty slow.
Yeah, it's definitely coming from like you want to come at it from like a horror movie fan, because it would be very boring if it wasn't like, oh, this is hilarious because this is what a serial killer would actually have to do, and he has to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very slow and very quiet. No, not a lot of dialogue, and not like any soundtrack or anything. Just nature noises.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a slower burn, but it's super enjoyable. I watched a bunch of movies. We watched Furiosa.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, we did watch that. Yeah.
So I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw like it. It's kind of fairly cool on what it can kind of add to the lore of Mad Max, but the story itself is very overplayed. Like, it's a long movie. It probably shouldn't have been as long as it was.
Oh, okay.
I was disappointed in the insane amount of CGI. I mean, like sometimes it looks like really bad too.
I mean, that's how the old one was.
Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah.
Fury Road was a lot of practical though.
I mean, they did a lot of practical stuff, but like all of it was painted over with CGI.
Yeah, but this one doesn't have that also practical effect bit.
Oh, okay, I see.
A lot of CGI.
I mean, but
and like very clear.
I feel like that's what they were trying to do though with the old one, was give it that kind of that surreal, like, yeah, this is like another world basically, right? So I don't know, maybe they didn't hit on it with this one if it's just all even CGI like, and nothing
even
practical
like
to draw
the
from.
thing that Mad Max, you know, the road fights and stuff. Like it's all just kind of like really underplayed. Like there's maybe one decent road chase. Every other time they're like being chased by a bunch of cars, but for some reason there's always some obstacle that makes it to where it's just one other car.
Oh, that's
that
weird.
Continues on that ends up in a little fight.
Yeah,
you can feel the budget a bit more on that one.
Doesn't feel high stakes enough.
It's just it was a little lackluster, and then it was a little too long. Like,
okay,
a little too long. Like they build up like making the war rig, right?
Yeah,
and that took like 40 minutes of the movie, and got destroyed like 15 minutes later.
Oh, it's expensive to drive around.
You didn't really need to focus on the building of this war rig. Like, I feel if like they left that part out, it probably would have been, I don't know, a shorter movie and a little bit better of a story told. Like, I get it that she becomes the like war rig driver, and that's the story, but you didn't need to show the war rig being built. Like, and the plans to do it. Like, there's some huge thing when it comes down to it. It fails instantly, and the truck like falls into a hole and gets destroyed. So it doesn't really explain where her truck comes from, anyways.
Okay, it explains how they make them, I guess.
Yeah, but they put such a focus on it, like it's some sort of like great weapon that they're just now building.
Yeah,
I really thought we were gonna get like the origins of her name, Furiosa. But
yes, a little disappointed by that. That's just what she was named.
Turns out that's just your fucking name. That's what her parents named her. Yeah, I made jokes about that the whole movie. It was like every time any event happened in the movie, I was like, and from that day forth, she was known as Furiosa.
Classic.
It would have made a lot more sense if she like got in good with Immortan Joe and then became like he named her Furiosa. Like that sounds more like a name that Immortan Joe would give her.
It actually does,
like,
yeah.
Like instead of what what her like family would call her.
Yeah.
I guess you don't hear anybody else's name.
Does it at least do a good job of like linking the movies together in the end?
So they kind of do that loosely. At one point, you see from a distance, you can see Max like watching one of the chases.
Yeah.
And that's about as far as we really get.
It does pretty much end where like
Mad Max would take place.
Yeah, where Mad Max is gonna pick up.
Okay. Yes, that's something.
And she's all like, well, I guess it ends like right there because she's like loading the gals up into the war rig at the end of Furiosa. So yeah, I mean it does connect into. You could watch them back to back and
see a whole thing.
Yeah, they'd flow through pretty seamlessly, and even have a little setup for Mad Max stumbling into there.
Do you feel like it would have benefited if this came out much sooner to Mad Max and had Charlize Theron?
Yes. Not that I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like that Anna Taylor-Joy didn't do a good job or anything, but that it would have lended something to it if they had the originals.
The same actress.
Yeah. I think they would have shaved about 45 minutes off that movie. It'd be better.
Like I said, if you took out like the truck bit, which is about 45 minutes of that movie,
yeah,
it would have been a lot better.
Okay.
But I mean, in an overall sense, if you just want to watch a movie that has, some action in it, Hemsworth did great. Chris Hemsworth did fantastic. I would have loved to have seen more of him and his crew. Really, they were probably the most interesting aspect, and they get kind of underutilized or undershown at least.
I mean, they're in the movie a lot. They just don't. They're just not doing like motorcycle gang shit a lot.
Yeah,
they're doing that in like the first act, and then they're doing like other stuff. But they're not a motorcycle gang anymore.
Yeah. So there. I mean, in an overall sense, if you want a good action movie, it's entertaining enough to watch.
Okay.
Also watched this other really cool horror movie that I quite liked. It was called Unwelcome. And it follows like this couple who go to live in like rural Ireland. And they take over this like house, and they're told that the past person who owned the house used to leave out like raw bits of meat and stuff at this one little like hatch in their wall as a sacrifice to the spirits of the forest. And it just was like, some liver purchased from the store or whatever, nothing nefarious.
Mm-hmm.
But you find out through that, like, the new homeowner leaves them out and it disappears and whatever. And they go, like, searching and stuff, and they find a bunch of red caps.
Yeah.
From, like, folklore.
Mm-hmm.
The murder-happy gnomes, basically.
Yeah.
And they go through a whole little, scary adventure with these murderous goblins. Pretty fun. Pretty fun little horror movie.
I'm not the goblin.
It definitely
out here.
Definitely takes on some a more comedy than, it's more of a comedy horror.
Okay.
Than straight horror, but it's super fun.
Okay.
That was about it for my week. I watched other stuff too, but those are the notable things.
Who can remember all the stuff that was watched?
That's true.
We have been gone for like a month. Not me is the answer.
You want to go for it? Coffee?
I've been playing this Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Demon Slayer. I forget what it's got long ass title. I just call it Chaos Gate.
I think that's what most people call it.
It is like straight up just XCOM with like 40k paint on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very. I guess it's not exactly 1-to-1 with XCOM. It's pretty damn close.
Okay.
Normal XCOM game stuff. Get your crew together. I'm in a spaceship instead of like a bunker. And instead of flying around Earth looking for aliens, I gotta fly around a galaxy looking for aliens.
Typical.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess demons. Actually, they're not aliens. Although it doesn't really matter to, I guess, the people I'm playing anyway, because they'll treat aliens and demons the same. It's kill on sight.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man, it's tough out here in the 40k universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
An
understatement.
But yeah, you get your crew together, go around, do turn-based missions. People get hurt, and you gotta leave them off missions for a little while, and then they get better. That normal XCOM stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I've had this game for a while, and I just I played it like a little bit when I got it, and I was like, meh. But then I came back to it last week, and I've been playing the shit out of it. It's super fun.
That's the thing with XCOM sort of games. It feels like I have to catch it at the exact right time when I'm like in the mood to play that sort of game, and then I have a blast with it. But if I try to play it outside of that moment that I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I want to play, then I am completely uninterested.
But they are, yeah, it's definitely like very slow. Like when I found out what the new game plus is in the game, it's just like it starts your game like 1,000 days in, and I guess that's about where you're expected to have finished your campaign by the 1,000 in-game days, which is like a lot. It feels like a lot of days.
Seems like a lot.
It sounds like a lot of days.
Yeah.
I think I got over 500 days today, which I guess makes sense. About halfway through the campaign at this point.
Yeah.
So I think I am doing pretty good on time. Pretty fun though. It had it had a very bad DLC that everyone hated, and then it had a pretty good DLC that everybody liked. And that was the DLCs that got put out for this game. And then I don't know if they're going to put anything else out for it. It does have a bit of a cartoony, like Pixar style on the characters, but
I was going to say it does feel very cartoony.
Yeah, they're a little cartoony, but I kind of like it. Makes stuff look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the actual out on the actual battlefield, it's not as bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. We've got a big scary mission over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right. Because I let those planets go to shit. Well, fair enough, game. I did do that. Oh, shit. I gotta do these missions. Oh, okay. I got a whole new thing popping up now. Now the game's like, hey, you gotta do these or you lose the game.
Wait, you're 500 days in and it's still introducing new mechanics?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it introduces new mechanics all the time. There's still one character I haven't played around with yet.
Oh, okay.
From one of the DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
One of the assassins. Some assassin guys. They work kind of like mercenaries. But yeah, super fun XCOM Some fun XCOM style game.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on now? I keep getting cutscenes now. Lots happening in the game, I guess.
Typical.
Let's see what else I've been doing here, though. So we watched that. We watched that. What We Do in the Shadows. That was a really funny show. We get one more season of that sometime this year, and then they're all done.
Yep.
But yeah, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's pretty funny. I've been watching some other shows too. I watched that show finished the Dark Matter.
Oh yeah.
Like the dimension traveling guy. The guy who gets like stuck in a different dimension. That one wrapped up. It was pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
It was pretty fun, yeah. I really liked what they did, like they start playing around with the idea of them being out or there being all these different dimensions. They start playing around a lot with that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty fun.
The multiverse.
Yeah. Because when the guy gets like back to his home dimension, he had accidentally created a bunch of duplicates of himself running around the multiverse for every decision he made before he got back home. So when he got back home, there was like an infinite number of other hims that are also him, also trying to get to the same dimension, that have all been through like slightly different shit. So they gotta deal with that once he gets back home. I thought that was a like really interesting way to play around with the dimension stuff.
That's pretty cool.
And save on actors, I guess, too.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that one out. That sounds like it might be up my alley.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I liked it. Pretty fun. Only 7 episodes too, so it's not like super long. It's just, and I don't think they plan on doing anything more. It's like that's like the end of the story. That's the end of the book, from what I understand. Is what happens at the end of the show. So I don't think they plan on doing anything more with that. I don't know where they would go with it. I guess they could just have them like they just turn it into sliders and have a new dimension every week.
Yeah.
But that'd be kind of dumb. That wasn't really the vibe of the show either. It was a pretty like serious, broody show. That was one thing I didn't love about it. It was pretty broody.
You're broody.
Indeed. Been watching The Boys.
Oh yeah.
This season's been fun. That's last episode on Wednesday, I think, right?
Thursday.
Okay. Last episode on Thursday of the season. Not ever. Maybe ever. I don't think ever.
We get one more season.
One more season after this. All right. Cool. That's been really fun too. Like the new character they introduced, the world's smartest person.
Sage.
With her superpower.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I don't know, not 100% sure what Firecracker's superpower is. She's pretty cool too. I mean, she's terrible, but it's like an interesting character to watch.
Makes me cringe every time I see her, but hey,
I can fix her.
No, there's no fixing that. There's no fixing that.
Did I watch any other shows? Probably not.
I guess we've probably not.
Been mostly watching shows, but I watched the same shows that Christian watched. I watched all the What We Do in the Shadows with Christian, and been watching that. I guess we just watched the first couple episodes, but Our Flag Means Death.
I got to download that other show too.
Oh, the
you mean Legally Acquire?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, what is it, like Wellington? Is it something like that?
Wellington PD or something like that.
I was like Wellington Paranormal.
Wellington Paranormal. That sounds right.
That one's actually like the same. That one takes place in the same universe as What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
That one has characters from the movie in it. Well, I guess.
Oh, really?
I guess What We Do in the Shadows has some cameos from those characters too, but well, not the cops though. They have the cops from the movie. It's like a police, like a cop style show, but
yeah,
they got to deal with paranormal stuff like the werewolves and the vampires from the movie What We Do in the Shadows. It's all in New Zealand, so it's still very like New Zealand centric for that. The TV show for What We Do in the Shadows brings them over to Staten Island, Americanizes it a bit.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the movie, so we're gonna check that out.
Oh, the movie's hilarious.
Oh, you haven't seen the movie?
Mm-mm.
Holy shit, you should watch that.
You had? Yeah, the movie's great.
Yeah, that movie's funny as hell. It's so funny. I thought it was gonna be dumb when I heard about it. I started watching it, and it is dumb, but also hilarious. It knows that it's dumb, so it like leans into it, so it's even funnier.
Yeah.
It's kind of where I'm seeing that pirate show go too.
Yeah,
it knows it's being really ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah.
Well, pirate show.
Although that one actually feels like a lot more grounded than What We Do in the Shadows.
True, and it's also not single cam.
Yeah, I guess that helps too. It's not a single camera comedy. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm not looking forward to on watching the Wellington Paranormal. It's
the single cam.
The single cam stuff. Yeah. Why does everybody have to do it? I know that's what like the movie was like, so I guess it makes sense that the TV shows would be that way too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny back when it was the movie. Or I guess it was like a short film first, but not that stuff doesn't work as well anymore.
I said that's real hit or miss for me too. But it's definitely, I definitely like the fact that the pirate one isn't single cam.
Yeah, it feels a lot better. Yeah, I guess that is about all I've been watching. Yeah, mostly just I got sucked into this Chaos Gate rabbit hole. Playing the crap out of that.
Well, let's see. Okay. And for me, I have been doing a lot of ESO as well. I actually beat the game through the second time with my healer character, so that was cool.
I don't think I've beat it twice.
Well, you're supposed to get something if you do it 3 times with all factions, all 3 factions.
You can beat that game.
Yeah,
I thought you just like get to 50.
Well, what's really cool too is that if you do play through the main mission, that will let you unlock the soul ultimate, which when I was like looking through everything, I realized it's actually a pretty good ultimate. Like, it costs less and does a little bit more damage than like what's typical, at least for the character that I was looking at. So it was interesting. But yeah. So yeah, just working on trying to get the sets that I need to be badass healer.
Oh, is that why you're trying to get that Winter's Respite set? I remember from making a healer. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you do need that set.
Yeah, that one's like, I even like.
Well, if you do I don't know if you get it from the dailies. I think one of the dailies gives like gear, or is that all jewelry from the dailies? I don't remember.
What do you mean?
Oh, the daily quest you can get in Skyrim. They always give set gear.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure which pieces they give.
I don't know. I haven't done them up there. I'll double check that though too. But let's see. I'm trying to think game wise if there's anything big I've been doing. We started playing Fae Farm again just because the new DLC came out, and actually it's really full featured. It's almost as big as the rest of the game.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, and that's just like areas that you can visit wise. Definitely not nearly as many like items that you can get and whatnot. That's definitely still only like the same amount that was released with the last DLC. So, but still, it's pretty cool. I think with the fact that they said this is going to be the only other DLC that they release, I think that leaves it in a pretty good place, and it's free for all Switch players, so that's pretty cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I really haven't been playing anything crazy on my own. I really need to beat Twilight Princess.
That's why I started playing
Zelda.
That's one reason I started playing the Midnight Suns. I was like, if we're gonna start the podcast soon, I better have something to talk about.
I should have done that too, but I do have a game that I've been waiting to play too. I've been wanting to do it on stream, but I might just go ahead and play it. So,
what's that?
It's one that Angelique gifted to me. It's all about this. I think you play as a little fox in the forest sort of game.
Tunic?
No, it's not Tunic. It's
Tunic
like
was a really good game.
Yeah, Tunic was really good. It's like a full 3D game. But like the trailer that she showed me to it was really cool. I forget what it's called. Spirit of the North is what it's called.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. So, she had played it. She said it was really good. So, I'm gonna have to check that out real soon. Have it queued up, ready to go. So yeah, that's really it game wise for me. Haven't really done much TV show wise, or sorry, movie wise, but TV shows. Still continuing on with Buffy. The one where oh shoot, what's her name? The teacher, the computer teacher dies.
I don't remember her name, but I can visualize them.
Yeah. Well, that episode, I think, was really fucking good. Like, the way it was written, the sound for it, like, all aspects of that episode were, like, legit amazing. So it's my favorite episode so far. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. We're still watching through Shannara Chronicles. I finished watching Fallout.
I swear I've read some of that.
You probably have.
Every time you talk about it, I'm like, I swear I've read like one of those books.
I'm like halfway through the second book, which is what the first season of the show actually covers. So it's really cool because like at first it was like, okay, the story's a little bit different, but it's like completely different at this point. So it's interesting to see the difference. But yeah, I want to finish the second season of the show because the second season of the show is really good. A lot better than the first, in my opinion. Yeah, finished Fallout. It was fun. I feel like there's nothing that's like, oh, it's an amazing show. It had its moments. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad, I don't think. I feel like they have something where it could be a good show in future seasons. Like they could be building up to something good. If it goes the way that it is right now, again, it's like it's kind of lackluster. But it isn't horrible. It's just not something that, like, I would probably give it until second season, the end of the second season, to see if it picks up. Otherwise, I don't think it'll hold my interest. Basically. And yeah.
Well, yeah. Hopefully it does then.
Yeah, like I said, I think they have something going where they could get some interesting stuff going on, but we'll see.
Currently, not so much.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that covers it. Well, I too have been watching What We Do in the Shadows. I'm not done with the latest season though, so.
You watched that show too? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I have like 2 or 3 episodes left
of the newest season.
Yeah, of the latest season. So yeah.
Guillermo.
I'm pretty excited.
Little rascal.
He is a little rascal.
He truly is. Yeah. Shall we do some news?
Sure, I've got a little bit. I mean, a lot has happened in the month, so
it has.
I'm not gonna like.
I just looked at the last week.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think from the show notes, I'm not gonna be taking anything from.
Yeah.
Previous show notes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Let's see.
Oh no, I got 4 episodes left. Do I have anything worth mentioning?
I was just looking at the past ones to see if there was something in there that might still be of interest.
Oh.
No.
No.
It's all old news now.
Yeah.
Stinky old news.
But you got news?
I do. You want me to start first?
Go for it.
Okay, well, I'm going to do kind of a combination one here.
Combo news.
Yeah, because it's a little... I don't even know how to describe it per se. Okay, so first off, Nintendo has revealed what's coming in the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom pre-order bonus bundle in the UK. Looks like some fun stuff. So if you're excited about that, you get a wall scroll, a little keychain, no figurine, which apparently was something that people were apparently really, really clamoring for.
Gosh, pointless. Not buying it anymore.
Well, you think
no keychain? That's it. I'm out.
Nintendo fans might want little figurines and stuff.
Right.
Like Nintendo didn't just train their entire audience to want that.
They didn't train me to want that.
Yeah, we already had it in us.
I'm already neurodivergent enough. I already needed it.
Yeah. So yeah. Seems like it's pretty cool, and it seems like it's not launching at the $70 price tag. So yeah, we'll see.
It looked cool. I'd be interested to play a Zelda game. That's Zelda.
That's Zelda.
Yeah. Well,
it's a titular character.
I'm a little disappointed. I mean, I'm probably still going to play it just to see, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be the same sort of Zelda game as Zelda. Like, the mechanics that they're doing, I don't know. I wanted to see her kick a little more ass instead of, like, manipulate objects and whatnot. But Nintendo does hold a lot of things close to their heart until... release time, and then it's like, oh, there's all these features in there you had no idea about, so it could be completely different. We'll see. That said, the Switch Lite Hyrule Edition is up for pre-order at Best Buy, and it looks amazing.
The what?
The Switch Lite Hyrule Edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's gold. Yeah, it looks beautiful. So the only problem is I don't want a Switch Lite. So
I honestly, I wouldn't mind, because I don't really play it on the TV.
That's fair.
I've never once hooked up my Switch to the TV.
Wow. But yeah, no, I mean, it would make sense for you for sure.
I usually play it handheld. I mean, I had the same issue with the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a lot of the games that you could play on the screen? That's how I would play them.
Yeah, no, and I think that's kind of the beauty of the console too, right? Is that it doesn't matter how you want to play your games, like you have your choice.
Yeah, especially that one.
So yeah, so yeah, so it's $209.99. If you want to pick that out, it comes out on September 26th. So some more Nintendo news. This is just rapid fire Nintendo news here, okay? Yeah. I just want to get
Tell us what's up with Nintendo.
These short little Nintendo stuff, right? So the Switch has now officially beat the Nintendo as being the longest running console without being succeeded or replaced, or however you might want to say that.
Sounding like a fanboy over here.
Yep. Oh, I am.
Because of all the Nintendo talk.
There was so much Nintendo news. It was weird.
Is there a press conference I didn't know about?
So, yeah, NES lasted for 2,686 days. The Switch has passed that. It's going to go for a while longer, it seems like. So, yeah. And still has new games coming out. So, congrats to them. It prints money.
Indeed. I've heard that. Heard that before.
And then in terms of other I guess record breaking, Mario Kart 8 has sold more than the NES lifetime sales.
Oh damn.
Right?
Like Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with Mario Kart.
It's true. It's a fun game. So yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is at 61.97 million sold. NES is at 61.91. So yeah. And last but not least, so I don't sound too much like a Nintendo shill.
Too late.
The real news. So apparently Nintendo isn't crediting people who have worked on some of their biggest games. Specifically translators. They are made to sign an NDA, and yeah, then they don't get credit on the games. So it's super disappointing to see that they're not doing this really basic thing.
Something that should really be a no-brainer.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that's like, Nintendo has this thing of doing some really cool stuff and also being complete idiots. So here's another case of them being complete idiots. And hopefully this this revelation will get them to stop that, because again, it's a no-brainer. Like, why do you need to like hide their identity? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Nintendo's always done like weird random little things like that don't really make any fucking sense.
Right? Yeah.
For being such a beloved company. Dig too deep like any company and you find out that's so great.
I mean, overall, the stuff that they do as a company overall, I still agree with more than the stupid things that they don't do. Like, they do tend to treat their employees better than most other companies.
They they do value their staff and don't like to lose their staff. You definitely hadn't heard a whole lot of Nintendo laying off a bunch of people,
right?
Like you hear in a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, in fact, we've heard of Nintendo, not just CEOs, but higher ups. They've taken pay cuts in order to keep people employed, which is a super rare thing in these days.
Twice before he passed.
Yes, yeah, and there's definitely at least once that I can recall very clearly, but I'm sure it's more than that, like more than twice even.
I'm having a vague recollection of the last time he did. The last time they did he did take a decrease in his pay.
Oh,
the most recent one, I remember. I think I remember reading that there was like more. Like he had done it before. It wasn't the first time.
You know what? I want to say Iwata has definitely done it more than once.
Oh, maybe that's who it was.
Yeah.
That might have been.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about
Miyamoto. I'm not sure, but yeah. But yeah. So there's your weekly Nintendo update. Now back to you.
Oh no, I brought all Nintendo news too.
Oh no,
all Nintendos.
No, before they start saying that we're shills, I better switch it up to the Xbox.
Do you have
Talk about some micro stuff. I do.
Oh, shit.
Are you an Xbox shoe?
No.
Clearly.
Game Pass prices are increasing.
Yes.
As well as the standard for day one games.
Oh yeah, I did hear about this. Yeah.
So there's a few things besides the like obviously they're raising the price, which it looks like it's just like $3.
It's $3 for Ultimate.
Yeah, so
which is
for a little
PC
breakdown
and console, right?
Yeah, so for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, the tiers here are the tiers that it now breaks into. Game Pass Ultimate, which is $16.99, is going to $19.99.
Mm-hmm.
This will include day one releases, full game catalog, online multiplayer, all that good stuff, EA membership, and access on both Xbox and PC. The new Game Pass Standard will cost $14.99 a month. Will launch with online access, back catalog of games on console, but it won't include day one releases.
Okay.
Game Pass Core remains at $9.99 a month, but a 12-month subscription is going from $59.99 to $74.99.
They don't offer yearly subscriptions, though, right?
Only for this is just for the Core Pass. This is like
they do now offer a year.
Apparently they have for a while. I mean, it's going from $59.99 to $74.99.
I don't think they have. I think that was like a big thing that people were talking about. Like,
I think that's just for the
might be just what
the
it
Xbox
down
Game
to.
Pass Core, which is basically just the online multiplayer with a small collection of games. So that's like to play online on Game Pass. Remember the old Xbox Gold?
Yeah. Well, no, Core, because that's what I pay right now. $10 a month for the PC Game Pass.
So we're paying for the PC Game Pass, whole different thing, different tier.
Okay.
PC Game Pass is going from $9.99 to $11.99, so $2 increase.
So
this tier will.
Core is just to play online?
That's just for like Xbox, only on Xbox, and for being able online multiplayer. So it says this tier includes online multiplayer and a small catalog of over 25 games.
What is this fucking tier?
I don't know.
This
but
is
if you do
so fucking backwards.
The PC Game Pass, which is also a tier, is going from $9.99 to $11.99. This tier will include day one release passes and access to the full game catalog on PC.
Mm-hmm.
So not much change for the PC version except for the price. Or the console version, which is $10.99 a month for existing subscribers, but you can no longer sign up for it. So that must be the previous one you were talking about.
Okay.
This used to be the core, seemingly. This yeah, you can no longer sign up for it if you turn off automatic payments and your membership lapses, you'll lose access and need to join a different plan. So this is the previous thing. You can continue to redeem codes for this tier, stack them to ensure continued access, but from September 18th, the maximum extension limit for the console plan will be 13 months. This is basically just the old plan. Includes day one releases, full game catalog, but excludes the online multiplayer.
So, all right, here's my question. I don't know if you noticed if this is anything, but does the PC Game Pass, does that also include the day one titles?
Yes.
Okay.
PC Game Pass, this tier includes day one releases and access to the full game catalog.
That's all I care about. It's confusing as fuck, though, and it's stupid.
They got to keep making these like these weird decisions, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, they're trying to figure out how to make more money.
Putting us into.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how to maximize money without like alienating people too much. You know, they want to do a price hike that's just enough for people to say, okay, that's fine, I can pay with it, or I can pay it, but still like make a meaningful amount of money off of it because they're a business, so that's what they got to do because capitalism. So,
right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. I would be more appreciative if it just wasn't so goddamn confusing. Like,
yeah, I mean,
splitting up how many amounts of games or whatnot. Like, I could say like the most you could do is like, cool, you don't get, you know, day one access. You have to wait a week or two or whatever they're saying that is. Fine. That's something simple I could get through. But like different amounts of games, like it's so dumb.
I mean, mostly it looks like the biggest difference is between the core and the standard. The Xbox Game Pass standard, which won't include day one releases, but offers like all of their backlog catalog games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just sounding a lot like the PlayStation stuff, which was fucking annoying.
That's true.
I mean, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with it. Honestly, I'm glad I didn't have a PlayStation, because like hearing people talk about it would be like, I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth anymore.
Okay, yes, but how do I play?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember like one of the reasons I never got into Xbox to start with was because of their playing for online. That's why I bought a PS3.
Yep.
Over a 360. It was like, wait, at least with this one, like, yeah, the service might be a little bit worse, but I don't have to pay.
Well, honestly, it seems like they're the best route you can go. It's still with a PC getting this Game Pass. Like nothing much changes.
I think if you have a PC, I think if you have a PC, it's pretty worth it, especially if you're a pro gamer. It gives you plenty of games that you can play. yeah, it's just there's plenty there for you to enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Palworld Dev signs a deal with Sony to form Palworld Entertainment to expand the IP. So more Palworld is coming.
I saw that the CEO was out defending themselves against the whole AI accusations some more.
Oh, really? I mean,
yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, whether his artist did it or not, if they're saying that they didn't, and there isn't anything legal to go on, then who cares anymore? Like, it's not even like that amazing of a game from everything that I've seen.
It's okay. I see where its like appeal came from. At least off the start. I don't really hear about it much anymore, so
yeah, no, it fell off real fast.
Yeah.
I mean, they gimmicked people in, honestly. But they made a crap ton of money, and honestly, that's cool. I mean, if you
it's not an overly terrible game. It's just very mid in my book.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've watched quite a bit of gameplay of it, and I just like, no, I'm never going to get into this. This would, for me, and I'm just saying for me personally, it looks like something I would regret buying. Just some of the ways that you had to do things.
I think if I paid for it, I probably would have been disappointed.
Yeah.
It was on Game Pass though, so right. You know. Yeah.
See, reason I have Game Pass right there. Oh shit, we are Microsoft Shields. Shit.
What's that?
We are Microsoft Shields.
Yeah, we turned to Xbox Shields. Yeah, this is your fault. Your fault, okay. Christian brought this down on us.
Yeah, I did. It's true.
But I mean, it's cool that they can continue making this game, maybe expand it, do something more with it. And I mean, and honestly, I wish them success with it. So, do we need another Pokemon? Probably not. But yeah.
Yeah, the game didn't feel that much like Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, we have Digimon. I like Digimon. The Digital Monsters
was a good show.
More of a Monster Rancher guy.
That was a crazy game for crazy people.
Yep, I'm crazy.
Yeah. Other than that, I got nothing else. You got anything else?
I do. This was a pretty big one that dropped today. I want to say today. Yeah, probably yesterday. Close to yesterday. So the International Olympic Committee has joined up with the National Olympic Committee of Saudi Arabia to do the first ever Olympic esports games set to be held in 2025.
Wow.
Apparently they signed a 12-year they reached a deal and did 12 years with events being held regularly over the duration. A whole lot of praising between each other. There's a little bit of uncertain, like, this is obviously a bit of like a controversial thing too, as Saudi Arabia has been for the last few years trying to like sports wash their image. They put a lot of money towards sports events and getting people into them, as well as including in 2021, they put a lot of money towards video games. They made a whole bunch of deals, gave money, put investment funds with EA, Embracer Group, Take-Two, Capcom, Nintendo, Nexion. A whole bunch of companies got money from Saudi Arabia. So there is sort of a standing for it to be like.
Well, and just some athletes have been given incredible deals from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
to play over there.
Yeah, the idea here is that Saudi Arabia has been like sports washing their whole like human rights violations and like women's rights violations through this whole thing. So it's like really recently, like during this, they spoke about like in some of the documentation, which I could give you the link to the article that I read.
Yeah.
Some of the responses are like, "Oh, we hold all of our gamers and want equality and the promotion of." Where is it? This was from the IOC. So this is the International Olympic Committee. It says, by partnering with Saudi Arabia or Saudi NOC, we have also ensured that Olympic values are respected, in particular with regards to the game titles on the program, the promotion of gender equality and engagement with young audiences, which is embracing esports. So, like, they're trying to promote those like gender equality and stuff like that, but it isn't very long ago that a woman over there was like imprisoned for 11 years for going to a shop without wearing her headdress. I can't remember the name of them.
It's really weird, right? Because it's like, I mean, I don't know if this is naive or whatever, but it's like, could this be an opportunity to do something good through sports and change minds and opinions and whatnot over there? I mean, I kind of doubt it. And overall, it feels very scummy, the whole situation. And I had no idea that this bled over into gaming, although it's a very obvious route. Like
they put a lot of money towards it, so it's not all too surprising.
Yeah.
And like, I wish there could be some like way to like cool the nerves. Like, oh, the IOC is also fairly in charge, but they haven't really been known for helping any of that either. When we have like the Olympics in places with these human rights violations.
Yeah.
And they're
that
controversial and tumultuous past alone with the things that they've done with the Olympics.
Yeah, not even.
It's not putting anybody like any like nerves calmed by this whole thing. I think it's kind of cool that like we could end up with like Olympic level e-game stuff, especially for those people who are into that. Like that's something cool. But man, I don't feel really reassured by it currently.
Yep. Yeah, that's a weird situation. Well, guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on it.
It's funny though, because literally it was like 2 weeks ago that I think it was on NPR. I want to say it was not This American Life, but on the media podcast that I was listening to, where they literally covered all of this stuff with Saudi Arabia. But yeah, no mention of the gaming industry at all. So
no, and I don't know when they reached this. This was just announced yesterday. So pretty new.
Yeah.
Could be potentially exciting, could be potentially and most likely problematic.
I mean, the thing is that, everything that's happened with it, I mean, it's one of the things where, like, yeah, there isn't a whole lot of, like, anything obvious bad that's come out of it. But that doesn't mean there hasn't been anything bad that's come out of it, because, again, it's all pulling the wool over your eyes, right? Look over here, not at the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, look over here while we go off on the side and go do something terrible.
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, with
or
that,
the IOC for praising them while they do these terrible things, and it's not like the first country that they've done this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
They did it. Well, we had the Winter Olympics in Sochi, and there was a whole bunch of stuff with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. The Olympics, honestly, it's kind of a shit thing. Anyways.
It's something that should be like just the best thing that we could have in this world. That's supposed to, unite us and be like, yeah, this is what the world could be like.
But yeah.
And then you get any whiff of the underbearings of it. You're like, yeah, this is exactly what it could be like.
Right. Yeah.
Just as bad as I imagined.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll leave it there. Give everybody something to think on. So yeah, no, I think we got a healthy amount. So we're good. We're good. It's like we never left.
Nope.
We're not gonna talk about what happened earlier.
Smooth as butter.
Yeah. All right. Well, sweet. Thank you guys for joining me. And thank you out there, everybody, for listening and watching and joining us. And Amir, who disappeared. Amir Vampire. Oh, are they just a mere vampire?
Just a mere vampire, yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if they enjoyed our What We Do in the Shadows discussion.
Right. But yeah. So we'll be doing this Saturday mornings from here on out. So yeah, catch us then. Shoot for 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Yeah? Yeah.
9 a.m. Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I do every day.
And yeah. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Boy.